Hello everyone, Power here, and welcome back to SOULCALIBUR 6 Libra of Original Soul, starring 2B. In the last episode, we won the Shimazu clan tournament in Japan, and now we're about to depart for Rorena. I pronounced it right this time. Well, let us depart. So, 2B, what do you plan on doing now? Me? I'm going to hole up here for a while. I should be able to catch a ship to Japan eventually. With the astral fissure gone, Yangguang should return to normal. However, it would likely take town years to recover. Are you still going to seek out those astral things? Do you have any leads? Who was that man in black? What did he want? The only way to find out was to go to Rorena. Very well. Keep your wits about you. I expect a tougher match when we next meet. And now we are off. But first, we're gonna start off with a little gang problem in Yangguang called the Five Rings. Who's Zihan? Things were slowly returning to normal in Yangguang. As I walked through the town, I saw a man, possibly a merchant, who was being assailed by a group of masked ruffians. Desperate, he sought my help. Only vertical attacks are effective. Back in Yangguang, it seemed as though life was beginning to return to normal. The people were finally starting to recover from the tragedy. Who are you? Huh? What are you doing? I heard voices coming from an alleyway up ahead. It sounded like trouble. A man dressed like a merchant came running out moments later. His slight form and hesitant gait made it clear that he was not the source of any violence. Oh, thank goodness! A warrior! Please save me! The merchant moved to cower behind me just as a masked man stepped out of the alley. I found a weapon pointed at me. Hand him over or you'll regret it. I don't think I'm gonna be doing any regretting. If anything, you're gonna be the one that's doing the regretting. Because androids are not capable of regret. Are they? I don't know.
Battle 1. Fight!
Anyway, only vertical attacks are effective.
I'll kill
Battle 2. Fight!
Engage.
Ready?
Told you you'd regret it. You're dealing with a Yorha after all. I owe you a great debt. Please, maybe make it up to you somehow. The man introduced himself as Zihan and led me to a tea house by a waterway. My family's business is in connecting mercenaries with clients. We also help find people bodyguards and the like. To cut to the chase, we're not exactly legitimate, so we operate a front to keep our more lucrative business out of sight. And just so you know, we're called the Five Rings. We run this city, or at least we used to. Zihan sighed and sipped at his tea. In our line of work, violence is only natural, right? Well, our syndicate is accustomed to dealing with it, and pretty good at dishing it out, too. But recently, my father Kong Wang disappeared. Oh? Kong Wang, a name I was familiar with. As you can probably guess by looking at me, I'm not one for fighting, so I don't command the respect that my father did. Hold on. Someone's knocking at the door. Barring any more interruptions, I think we can continue with this episode. My brother had a friend come over and it really messed up my mojo, so I had to stop recording temporarily for about a few hours. But they're both gone now, so we can continue on our way to Crorena, specifically Wu Chang, to meet a mysterious young swordswoman, whatever. On my way to Crorena, I ran into a group of soldiers who had been ordered to treat all travelers from Yangguang with the utmost caution, including Samina and someone else. Hey! Stop there! You came from Yangguang, right? When I nodded, the soldier's expression turned severe. Those coming from Yangguang are prone to violent outbursts. Forgive me, but I need to search you. Hand over your weapon. I tensed at the soldier's forceful tone, and the soldier leaped back, weapon at the ready. You're going to make this harder than it needs to be? Shanghua! Yeah? What's wrong? This woman came from Yangguang, and I said she is dangerous like the others. Really? She doesn't look like trouble to me. You can't be too careful. I suggest we make an arrest, and then figure out what to do with her. It seemed that there was no reasoning from the soldier. The young woman begrudgingly drew her sword. I'd rather not do this. Surrender now and you won't get hurt! So we're meeting Shanghua in this battle. Not the most optimal way to meet a friendly character, but whatever.
I'll kill you.
All right.
Why'd I use that again? That attack's so weak.
Come quietly and there'll be no violence.
I will do anything but come quietly.
You're surprisingly strong.
There. You're stronger than I thought. But I'm not done yet! Hold on! We really should be using our words, not our weapons. Can't you tell? She's holding back and trying not to hurt us. Shanghua looked at me and smiled. To smooth things over, I explained what had happened in Yangguang. Is that true? Seems a little far-fetched to me. Well, there's only one way to find out. I'll go to Yangguang and investigate. Go to Yangguang? With all due respect, isn't that too dangerous? That's exactly why I need to go and see for myself. Nothing will get resolved if we don't take action. Shanghua put away her sword and gave me a cheerful smile. I'm Shanghua. Thanks for the information. Go now. I'm certain that Yangguang needs your assistance. I have to go. Okay, take care. I got the feeling we'll meet again. When we do, I look forward to another fight! We're skipping over all those exploration areas. Hey, there's something. Guess we could do a little bit more exploring. Oh? Justice for whom? Justice? Who's this mysterious portrait? A merchant sent me out with a job escorting a lady of noble birth. Things seemed to be going well, and our journey through the forest was nearing its end. But our troubles have only yet begun. Wall hits do more damage for both me and my opponents counter hits do more damage as well. So we got a Taki, a Kilik, and a Sung Mina. Let's go. The sounds of hooves, a creaking carriage, and the footsteps of guards echoed through the night forest. My stint as a guard, a job a merchant had sent me up with, would end when we were through the forest. We had set off at sunset, but were set to arrive later that night. An elderly attendant began speaking to the lady inside her carriage. Not much farther now, milady. Our escort from the Yan household should be waiting for us just beyond here. The dangers of this forest worry me more than the length of the journey. Kindly take your time and be on your guard. Certainly, milady. Roughly halfway through the forest, I spotted two figures on the road ahead, most likely travelers. One of them seemed to be injured, and the other was tending to her foot. Under the orders of the old attendant, one of the guards approached the pair. Excuse me, we're unfamiliar with this road, and my wife here tripped and sprained her ankle. I'll move aside, but I beg your assistance. The man glanced past me and settled his gaze on the carriage. That carriage, it wouldn't happen to belong to the Yang family, would it? Yes, it... Before the guard could finish, he let out an agonized groan and fell to the ground. The man slowly rose to his feet, and I readied my weapon. Phew-wee! I hope I never have to wait that long again. I was bored out of my mind. The man raised his fingers to his mouth and whistled. Roughly dressed men detached themselves from the shadows around us. They didn't look friendly. I have no beef with you, personally, but our patron, well, let's just say they see a union between the Liang and Yen families as a little... distasteful. Just think of our meeting here as fate. No point in resisting, just relax, accept it, and die! Talk all casual like they did with, and die! Perfect way to end a conversation. So, oh shit, he's level 36, I didn't realize that. Well, at least we can hit him, slam it with ball hits. That was surprisingly easy for 3 level 36 thugs. With the last enemy taken care of, I surveyed the scene. Only the old attendant, slumped on the ground, and a well-dressed young woman remained. You hold your own well. The woman we are supposed to have been guarding sheathed her sword. Around her feet lay the bodies of assassins she'd cut down herself. Lady Ling Yu! Are you hurt? The old attendant crawled toward his mistress. Why must you always insist on participating in fights yourself? I'm fine, but I cannot say the same for these noble guards who fell defending. I wish they had never gotten mixed up in all this. Now, the horse fled during the fighting, so the carriage is useless. It's not too much farther, so let's get to walking. The woman named Ling Yu looked at me. I see you're the only one left. Would you mind accompanying me to the end of my journey? Once I accepted a job, I always saw it through. I nodded, and we set off. Guard, are you surprised to see a noble lady who knows how to use a blade? I told her she reminded me of someone I once met, a young lady of the Ming Empire named Shanghua, who was highly skilled in martial arts. You know Shanghua? She's very talented, isn't she? When I explained that I had beaten Shanghua in a fight, Ling Yu put her hand to her forehead and moaned in an exaggerated manner. She never changes. I bet she's slacking off on her training again. I tell you, you look away from her for a minute and she's off somewhere daydreaming. I do worry about her, though. We continued talking about Shanghua as we made our way to the forest, though we were careful not to let our guard down. Eventually, we reached the other side. Members of the Yen household had come to meet us. We explained what had happened, and I bid Ling Yu and her attendant farewell. So, how about you try your hand against me next time we meet? I'd love to see the look on Shanghua's face when I tell her I beat you. With that, Ling Yu strode off, never once looking back. Those sound like fighting words, Ling Yu. Oh, and funny bit of trivia. If you play Shanghua's Soul Chronicle, Ling Yu will appear as Shanghua's best friend. And you end up beating her in battle in the end. And Ling Yu is level 42, so we're not gonna bother with her just yet. Instead, there's a cutscene with Trump. And let's look at the mysterious old man. After Yangguan, the journey had been uneventful. However, Rowena was still a long way away, and the steep mountain roads forced me to rest often to keep up my strength. Hello, traveler. From out of nowhere, a white-haired man had appeared next to me. Despite his age, he was anything but frail. He had piercing blue eyes and seemed to be in peak physical condition. His bearing indicated that he was a powerful warrior. If you need to rest, you may use my temple. His gaze bored into mine, and I found I couldn't refuse his offer. I nodded. He turned and began walking. This way. So that's Edgemaster, who is unfortunately not a playable character. And we got a fight in the cave of the Master Swordsman. Burden of Fate. My journey led me to a temple constructed in a cave deep in the mountains, where an elderly man had a request for me. The man led me to a beautiful temple deep in the mountains, surrounded by clear Why am I doing Edgemaster's voice? The man led me to a beautiful temple deep in the mountains, surrounded by clear, bubbling streams. Not a person was in sight. We entered a comfortable, sparse stone room, and the man took his ease. For the first time in what seemed like forever, I was able to unwind. Such danger. The old man stared at me. In exchange for allowing you to stay here, I would like to ask a favor. I can tell that you are a skilled warrior. I have a pupil I would like you to spar with. This was surprising. The man was obviously a talented warrior, so why he needed my help, I had no idea. Still, I had no reason to refuse. Kilik, your next opponent awaits. Who's this? Fight, and perhaps the answer will become clear. As you wish, Master. So, if you haven't played Libra of Soul yet, this is the point where Libra of Soul and Soul Chronicle cross over. This is the point where the two story missions meet. I'll do some explaining after the fight.
Battle 1. Fight!
Thank you for indulging me in this battle.
You're welcome. Perfect on the first round.
Battle 2. Fight!
I'll kill this.
Bring out!
Yeah, it is fair, because I'm dabbing in with you.
I feel my spirit surging.
Fight!
I'll kill you.
Ah, stop sidestepping. Ow.
This is what a true fight is all about. Willpower.
Ow.
Overcome diversity.
Too easy. Anyway. So, did you learn something? Yes, I saw equilibrium, barely maintained between self and darkness. I see that the time has almost come. Master? Do not concern yourself. Well, off with you. You have yet to finish your daily training. Yes, Master! Kilik bowed and left. The sun had set, but it appeared he still had training to do. Returning to the temple, I asked the old man if I had been of help. Yes, but I am still uncertain about you, and the events in which your fate has become entangled. His words startled me. What did he know? You are special. A great power sleeps within you. However, the hearts of those who seek power can become stained by darkness in an instant. Many will be drawn to that power inside you. You have encountered some of these people already, I presume. I met these people. I met this person dressed in black. He was quite curious about my power. In Western Europe, there's an organization that has existed since ancient times. If they have remained true to their original beliefs, then they have but one purpose. They gather knowledge and hone their skills with the aim of eliminating evil. However, it is unclear whether or not their motives are pure. Be wary of them. I was also attacked by a group who called themselves the Qualifiers. It sounds like these Qualifiers seek the same power as you. But once it is in your grasp, what then? No doubt you will have to answer that question yourself one day. You cannot entrust your fate to the hands of others. You must forge your own destiny. Do not let yourself be consumed by a lust for power. Look deep into your soul and you will find the answer. I lay down to sleep that night reflecting on the old man's words. The next day, I would head to Farena. I still had a long road ahead of me. So, anyway.
Your soul surges in your body.
There's something special about that battle. In Soul Chronicle, in the main story mode, there is a point. Let me head to creation real quick. There is a point in Soul Chronicle early where you play as Kilik and face a certain disciple. We're gonna go something that screams training with Edgemaster while we talk. Anyway. In Soul Chronicle, in this certain chapter, there is a fight where you fight the character you create in Libra of Soul. Whoever you fight depends on the last save file you loaded. Yeah, okay, we'll go the entire sunset. Change the colors later. So, I've already completed this fight with a character that I deleted. So, when we do this fight again, hope, if my theory's right, we'll be fighting 2B, this Soul Chronicle. once I get done customizing 2B and show this 2B fight in action. If she'll show up. I'm hoping she will. Okay. There we go. Now, we're gonna head to Soul Chronicle to that specific battle. And if my theory's right, we'll end up fighting 2B. The last save we loaded for Libra of Soul was the 2B fight. Well, 2B. So with this fight, we should be fighting 2B. Or we could be fighting my good character, if it doesn't work out as well as I hoped. This is the one we're supposed to be doing.
If you continue upon this path, the evil within you will create a second soul edge out of Kali Yuga. The only reason you and Kali Yuga have yet to succumb is because of Devapara Yuga's power. However, all is not lost. You can learn to control the evil within.
Yes, Master.
Is that it? If this tests you so dearly, how do you intend to stand up to evil?
Sorry, Master.
To control evil, you must first control yourself. Mastering your own will is the key to overcoming malice.
Yes, Master.
The enemy is powerful. You must stand strong, whoever your opponent.
Yes, Master.
Kilik, your next opponent awaits.
Who?
Sometimes things reveal themselves when you fight.
I understand, Master.
Doggo, be quiet! We're experimenting! So will we be fighting 2B?
Battle!
Yes! We are!
I'm ready!
Even has the outrageous hit effects and everything.
Battle 2. Fight!
Doggo, shut up!
You're mine! See!
Turn this around.
Potential for reckless behavior.
It must be done!
Even has the evil soul charge effect because we killed Hauron.
I strike without reserve. Om Vajra Dharma Kilik.
Doggo, there's nothing there!
So, did you learn something?
Yes. I believe I felt how delicate the balance is between myself and evil.
I see. Then the time has almost come.
Master?
It is nothing. What are you doing? You have yet to finish your training for the day.
Yes, Master.
So, because we turned this fight into an original Soul, we turned our Libra of Soul character into 2B, we ended up fighting 2B in the Soul Chronicle. Now, we head to Crorena next episode, because this is where I'm gonna end it. Because I've got a doggo to shut up. Until then, I'll see you later.